What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Acts of Creation. In this week's lesson, we're going to check out a couple of ways to help break out and break down those pentatonic boxes. All right? We are in standard tuning. Down in the description below, you can find a link for the tabs that'll be coming across your screen. And let's jump right into it, right? There is only two ways that you can possibly play a pentatonic scale, right? So if we look at, good old pentatonic box number 1, we're going to be in E minor, 12th position right here. Right? Everyone's favorite scale, right? So if we look at the notes we're playing, right, we have E, G, A, B, D, E, right? Root, a minor third, A and B, a fourth and a fifth, and then D and E, a flat 7 or a minor 7, up to the root again, right? It's a whole step below the root. So it's root, whole step down, play the fifth, play the fourth, play the minor third, play the root. Right, and that finger pattern is 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3. Everybody knows it. I can play it up here. Right, same thing. I can play it down here. Okay? You can play it on every E that you can, just that pattern. Now, it's really important to realize that the chord that you get from the pentatonic minor scale is essentially a minor 7th chord. And you can extend that minor 9, minor 11. It's just that type of sound. This. Okay? When you play that chord, that's the sound you get. You don't get that sound, a dominant tension sound, from a minor pentatonic. Minor pentatonic, pattern number 1 is like that, okay? So sticking there, and you'll notice that everything is in front of my first finger, right? I can't play it behind my finger. But if I start with my ring finger, I have 3, 1, 3, 1, 4. And then I can grab my root note there. So I get this 12, 10, 12, 9, 12, 9. Okay? That's the second way you can play E minor pentatonic. So you can run these patterns symmetrically, right? The same pattern. Kind of like that idea, where I'm going to play pattern 1 repeating. So it's I'm on my root, so I just, and then if I had more strings, I would just keep going, right? And you can do that. Right? And again, the pattern just repeats on itself. And I can do the same thing with my ring finger, where it's start on 12. Slide out with my root note there, and continue the pattern. Okay, so you can break down the pentatonic boxes, basically cut them in half, and you will see where these patterns kind of flip on each other. You're either in 1 going in the 2, or 2 going in the 1, right? If we look at box number 1, it starts out with first. Now I'm on my ring finger, pattern number 2, right? If I go in the box number 5, right, it starts out with pattern number 2. Then I land on the root note with my first finger. And there's pattern number 1, right? So when you can isolate the chord in 1 octave chunks, you only have 2 ways to play it, and you're always going to be playing a chord tone if you're outlining the arpeggio. And I find, personally, this is a great way to kind of open up the fretboard and get out of the boxes, right? Because when we play melodies or melodic ideas, we don't really use the boxes, right? And we don't necessarily move more than an octave either. So the fingerings are there to kind of help guide the way. but it's important for us to kind of bring in the chord and the note choices that we're playing. Okay, so we have this nice E minor bar chord. If you're not familiar with it, it's 7, 9, 9, 8, 7, starting on our 5th string. You can play the low string open if you want. Very common minor bar chord. I can lift up my pinky, keep that bar going. Kiss that minor 7 chord, right? Big bar chord across 6 strings. And one of my favorite voicing is this minor 9 chord. You guys have seen me play this one before. So that's middle finger on 7, first finger on 5, ring finger on 7, pinky on 7. Really nice minor 9 chord. Really, really nice. And again, the sound of the scale we're playing. Okay? A couple extra chord voicings. I can take that pinky, put it up to G or 8. Or I can play it like this. Right, 7, 5, 7, 5. It's all going to be that voicing, okay? So when you actually play, like I said, the minor pentatonic, you get that chord. Right? If I take away this A note, it's essentially you get every note of that chord. And you'll notice that that A, that 4th, so many people end up landing or ending their phrases on that note, and they don't feel satisfied with it, and that's because it's not part of the chord, right? So if you land on that note and it doesn't sound like it fits per se, that's why. You're landing on the note that's not part of the chord, right? So you guys let me know what you think. Do those two shapes help you get out of these boxes? Let me know in the description below, and as always, let me know what you come up with. So until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.